Let's start today sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position. And if your hips are not open enough for your knees to be pretty close to the ground in this position, it's helpful to sit on a cushion or a block or whatever you have handy just to elevate your hips and allow your knees to release down from your hips. And then we'll place the palms on the thighs with the palms facing down. And we'll take a breath in and push down on the palms. Feel the chest lifting up, feel the head lifting up. The shoulders will probably lift up, pressing down, getting the spine nice and long, and then keeping the head lifted, and then relax the shoulders down, and then the hands can relax in whatever comfortable posture you like. And see if you can feel the space between the sit bones relax down toward the floor. All those muscles there. Let them relax. And let the sit bones sink down heavy into the ground. And feel the center of your heart lifting up toward the sky. And maybe play with leaning forward and leaning back a little bit until you feel like your sit bones are going straight down into the ground and your head is lined up over your spine, over your tailbone. Now let the belly relax open. Just let it fall out. And feel the breath filling into that softened belly. And slowing the breath down so you feel the full expanse of the belly. See how wide the breath can move into the belly. How low down into the pelvis. Filling as much as you can. And then adding on breath. So after you have filled the belly, breathe into the ribs. Same inhale. Adding again, breathing into the belly, into the ribs, and into the chest. Letting the chest rise up toward the sky. Feel the length of your spine, the length of your breath, the openness of your heart. Letting the shoulder blades relax down your back on the exhale. Okay, and then clasp your hands behind the back of your head, elbows out to the side, and then inhale. Lean your head back into your hands, press your elbows back, lift your heart. Exhale, drop your chin, move your elbows toward each other. And then inhale, lift the chin, press the elbows back, lift the heart, head into the hands, and exhale, round. Let the whole back round. Continue like that at your own pace. Nice, slow, deep breath. And now the next time we're exhaling, we're going to take it into a twist. So we're going to exhale and bring that left elbow toward the right knee, bending forward. Inhaling, open. Exhale, right elbow toward the left knee, bending forward, maybe touching the knee if you can. And coming through center. So it's a twist and a fold. Last one. And then come upright, press the hands up. Inhale, keeping the fingers interlaced, press the hands up. And then exhale, round the back, press the hands forward. Inhale, press up. Exhale, round and press forward, stretching across the upper back. Inhale. Exhale, pull the navel toward the spine. And then one more, and then the next time the hands press forward, hold them there and take some deep breaths. Keep the hands forward, but release the clasp of the hands. Take the right fingers around the left wrist and pull to the right. Just let the head relax down. Maybe it kind of rests on the shoulder. Just feel where the breath can add a little bit more of a stretch. And then change sides. Slow the breath down and really fill as much space into those back right ribs as you can. Come back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Release the hands down. Notice which leg is in front or on top of the other. And release the legs and take them out. Cross again with the opposite leg in front or on top. Place the hands on the ground in front of you. And then we're just going to drag the fingertips across the floor to one side, getting a little bit more of that side stretch on the diagonal. Keep the fingertips on the floor, dragging them across, reaching as far to the left and as far to the right as you can with the opposite arm. Let the head relax down. Work with your breath. So I'm inhaling on the reach and exhaling through center. You can also exhale on the reach and inhale through center. See what feels right to your body. And then come center and bend the elbows. Drop the head. Take a deep breath in. Fill the back of your body. Exhale. Belly to spine. Bend the elbows more. Now, once the elbows have come all the way to the ground, if you're somebody who can bring the elbows all the way to the ground, take the elbows wider. And then take a deep breath into the back of the body. And exhale and drop the shoulders. Drop the forehead. Inhale deep. Exhale, navel to spine. Then walk the hands in. With an inhale, reach the arms up. And let's bend the left arm and bring the right hand to the left elbow, placing the left hand on the upper back. Left hand on the upper back. Right hand to the elbow. Pressing down. Good. And then pull that elbow to the right as you bend to the right. Maybe turn your gaze up and to the left. Stretching that tricep. Starting to open up the side body. Maybe challenging your core strength a little. And then come center and change the arms. Right hand is on the upper back. The left hand presses the elbow down. Nice and tall through the heart. And then draw that elbow to the left, leaning, turning your head to the right. Both sit bones on the ground. Okay, and inhale, center, arms reach up. Exhale, arms float down by your sides. Resting on your legs. Then roll the left shoulder front up and back. Then the right shoulder. And then just alternate at your own pace. And then circle the other way. You can go at any pace you want. Great. And send the arms out. Make light fists with the hands. And then just circle the fists around. So really stretching out a lot of the muscles in the arms today. Keeping the elbows straight, just circling at the wrists. See where you feel that. Keeping the elbows straight. Circle the other way. If you bend the elbows, you're not really going to feel it. You need to have the elbows straight. Beautiful. Okay. Shake the arms out, shake the hands out. Nice. Okay. And let's flip over onto hands and knees. We'll line the hands up under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and you're welcome to come onto fists if the hands are happier that way. And just establish your flat back. And then we'll just do a simple cat and cow. So on an exhale, you curl the tailbone under, you lift the navel, lift the spine, drop the chin to the chest. And then on the inhale, curl the tailbone up, drop the navel, drop the back ribs, lift the chest, lift the eyes. And then just continue moving in a wave-like motion. So it's not one movement, it's a continuum. Starting at the tailbone and rippling up the whole spine. So we're articulating the movement of the spine, and we're allowing every vertebra in the spine to have flexibility. If you just do one movement, then you're just utilizing the parts of your spine that are already the most flexible. That's where you're going to get the movement from. So we want to really try to emphasize every single vertebra. Okay. Beautiful. And then come back to neutral. And then sit your buttocks down onto the right side of your feet. Your feet will be crossed one over the other. Just leave them like that. So the left one is on top of the right one. Beautiful. And then we're going to let the left hand rest on the left thigh. So a couple of options here, depending on your flexibility. One is to just reach your right arm behind you and feel the knuckle side of the hand resting as close to the left waist as you can. And the other, for those who can, is to grab that hand around the bicep of the left arm. And then that left hand comes and rests onto the thigh. Now, if you don't have your bicep, your left hand is just going to stay where it is. And then you're going to focus on pressing the backside of your hand into your back ribs to help roll that right shoulder open. If you have your bicep, then you're going to slide that left hand forward, and that's going to roll that right shoulder open. Good. And now we're going to turn the head to the left, really emphasizing the right side of the chest, the right shoulder, the right neck. And then letting the breath really make some space. So it's a fairly intense stretch. And so we want to try to breathe slow and calm and relax as much as we can. Nice, long, slow inhale, slow exhale. Feeling that right shoulder blade folding inward toward the spine. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then release that right hand. Send it over your head. Bring the left hand onto the ground. And push the left hand into the ground so you really feel that right sit bone sinking into the ground. And then stretch overhead. And then drop that left shoulder away from your ear, maybe a slight bend in the elbow. Turn your gaze up, nice long side stretch. Big breath so that you feel the space between your hip bone and your bottom rib expanding. Remember to drop that left shoulder. You want to try to dehabitualize that tendency to hug the shoulders up. Great. And then we'll inhale and lift up. Bring that right hand down to the ground, a little bit behind you, and then send the hips up. And that left knee is going to come up off the ground so you can get really high. Where's your breath? Okay. And then lower the knee. Bring the feet to center and come forward into your mecha pose. Arms stretched out overhead, pressing hips back. Pushing hands forward, breathing long through the spine. Can you feel the breath all the way down to your hips? All the way up to your shoulders? Okay. And then we'll lift the hips off the ground, coming into tabletop for a quick moment. And then drop the hips down to the left of the feet. And none of us are symmetrical, so even if you tried one thing on the other side, you might experiment with what is available to you on this side. So the left hand comes behind your back, and you can even give it a little bit of a pull with your right hand to try to get it as far over as you can. And then if your hand is nowhere near your bicep, totally fine. You're just gonna have your hand resting on those back ribs and pushing in to roll that elbow and shoulder back. If you're able to take hold of your bicep, go ahead and take it, and then we'll all rest that right hand on the thigh. Inhale and lift tall through the chest. If you're holding your bicep, slide that hand forward. As I said, if you're not, just press the hand to roll the shoulder back. And then we'll turn the head to the right. Getting that nice stretch through the scalenes on the neck and across the shoulder, chest, collarbone. Slow breath, deep breath, relaxing breath. Maybe the hand can slide a little more forward. The shoulder can open a little more. Okay. And then release that left arm. Take it overhead. Bring the right hand to the ground beside you. Push into the ground and really root through that left sit bone as you reach to the right. Gaze to the left. Bending that right elbow, letting the shoulder come down away from the ear. Maximize the space between the shoulder and the earlobe. Now, can you spread open those bottom ribs on the left? On your next inhale, lift that arm up. Exhale, bring the hand down to the left and a little behind you. And then lift, and your weight will be on that left knee, and the right knee will just float off the ground. Kind of like when we do it with the leg straight, but we're just going to keep the foot here. And drop the head back. Maybe you can feel the stretch in the front of that right foot. Send the hips under you. Send the head back. Open the breath. Beautiful. Release the hand to the ground. Walk your hands forward. Send your feet back behind you. Come back into Mega Pose. Little pressure forward with the hands, lengthening the hips back to the heels. Beautiful. And then come back onto hands and knees for a moment. We'll work the shoulders a little bit more. So come down onto your belly and send the right arm straight out to the side. And the left hand is going to be beside you on the floor. And then we're going to roll onto our right hip and send the left foot behind us to the floor, turning onto the right side of the head. Nice, easy breathing. Good. Now, if you can, take the left hand to the left foot and pull the heel toward the buttock. Try to lower the knee as much as possible, and then press the hips forward. The more you lower the knee, the more you get the stretch in the quad. You might also feel a nice stretch kind of above the knee. Beautiful. And then release. Come back to the belly. Send the left arm out to the side. Bring the right hand beside the chest. Push into that right hand to roll onto the left side and place the right foot behind you, resting on the left cheek. Slow, deep breaths. Okay, now reach for that right foot. If you can't reach the foot, hopefully you have a strap or a towel handy to wrap around the foot that you can hold on to. And then lower the knee down as much as you can, pulling the heel toward the buttock. And then here's the key to get the stretch in the leg. Press the tailbone forward. Really move it toward the pubic bone. Stay with your breath. Okay, release the leg and then come back onto your belly. Arms out to the side. Exhale and feel the hips and pelvis releasing into the ground. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, come down. Inhale, press down to the hips, let the upper body rise. One more like that, and then we'll add legs. Okay. Now, as you come up, let the legs come up. See if you can get the knees off the ground. Again. This time we'll come up and we'll stay up. If that doesn't work for you, you can keep going up and down. And then if you want to work the shoulders, send the arms forward and send them back. Forward and back. Inhale and exhale. Lift the chest a little more. Press out through the toes a little more. Last one. And relax down, resting on either cheek. Let the heels fall out. Feel the buttocks relax. Feel the belly releasing into the ground. Turn to the other cheek. Bring your head center. Bring your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up. Curl your toes under and take downward facing dog. Good. Now roll the shoulders down the back. Bend one knee as you press the opposite heel to the ground, and then switch, bicycling the legs. Pressing through the hands, pressing through the feet. Are all 10 fingers pressing into the ground? Okay. Now bend both knees and hover them above the ground, letting your hips drop down. Just holding here. Stretching the toes as the knees come lower to the floor, hovering above. Good. And then lift the knees and step the right foot up between the hands. Keep the left hand on the ground. We're going to bring the right hand to the outside of the right knee. We're going to press the knee into the hand and the hand into the knee. And drop the hips as low as you can here, coming into kind of halfway between a lunge on the floor and a warrior stance. Good. Pressing knee into hand and hand into knee. Push back through that left heel. Now lift your heart and then send the right arm up. Press back through the left heel. Straighten that back leg. Big expansive breath. Breathe as though you're trying to breathe to your right fingertips. Okay. And then bring the hand down. And then we'll lift up. Back heel is off the floor. Try to straighten your back leg. Good. Then clasp the hands behind your back. Press back through your left heel. Press forward through your hips. And press up through your hands. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Breathe. Keep pushing the heel back and the hips forward. Nice hip stretch. Also the heart. Good. Notice which thumb is on the outside of your clasp. Bring your hands to the ground. Step the back foot in just a little bit, just enough so that the heel can come onto the ground. And then square your hips off. So you might need to pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. Maybe your hands come to the ground, maybe they don't, doesn't matter. It's more of a balance challenge if your hands don't come to the ground. So if you have things to rest your hands on for balance, that's great. Otherwise, you can let the hands rest on your shin or just let them hang. If your hands are on the ground, take weight out of your hands so they're just touching for balance, but there's no pressure in the hands. And then fold over that front leg. Now, as you exhale, you're going to take the space between your navel and your pubic bone, and you're going to pull it in and up. Now shift weight from your front foot into your back foot. Relax your spine down as you exhale. Beautiful. Bend that front knee, plant your hands, step your back foot back, step your front foot back. Come into downward dog, both legs straight, both hands pressing, both thighs push back, both heels push down, and then lower the shoulders down the back. Pull the shoulders down. Now roll the elbows out to the sides. So you're making more space across your upper back. Beautiful. Okay, now once again, bend the knees, lower them to hover above the floor. Get them all the way down, just barely above the floor. Stretch those toes. Beautiful. Now lift the hips and step the left foot up between the hands. Bending deeply in that left knee so that that right hip comes down. The right hand stays on the floor and the left hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Press the knee into the hand and the hand into the knee. Letting that right hip drop down. Beautiful. Now roll the belly to the left, send the left arm up, gazing up toward your thumb. You can keep your eyes closed, but that's the direction your eyes are pointing. And then push back through the right heel. Breathe into your twists. Where can you reach the breath? How much of this posture can you fill with your breath? Nice. Hand comes down. Back heel stays off the ground. And then lift yourself up, coming into a crescent. And then clasp your hands with your opposite thumb on the outside. If you've already forgotten which one you did before, just do whichever one feels less natural. And then bend that left knee. Press your right heel back. Feel how straight you can get that right leg. And then aim the tailbone forward. Lift the hands. Lift the heart. If you can, without losing balance, lift your gaze. Feel your breath coming into your chest. Yum. Release the hands to the ground. Step the back foot just far enough forward so that the heel can come down onto the ground. Making a pyramid with your legs, pulling the left hip back. You want to have the left leg straight. So don't prioritize the hands coming to the ground. Just have the leg straight, even if it means that you're not very far folded forward. That's fine. If the leg is straight and you fold as far as you can, you're in the pose. And then if your hands are on the ground, take weight out of your hands so that you're not holding yourself up, and you can just imagine your spine kind of sliding down your leg. Nice long inhale to fill the spine. Pulling the left hip back, and then as you exhale, scooping up the pelvis. Hey, let's put a little bend in that left knee and set the right foot up. Both knees bent, chin to chest, slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time. When you come to the top, let the arms float up with an inhale. And exhale the hands together at the heart. Feel the prayer in your stance. Let the hands relax down. Lift your toes, spread them wide, lower them down. Bend your knees. Drop your weight into your left foot. And with your knees bent, you can really feel how your weight can spread across the entire bottom of your foot, all your toes, outer edge, inner edge, heel. Beautiful. Great. Then we'll take the arms out. Inhale. Exhale, right arm under left. Bringing the backs of the hands toward each other, or maybe the hands wrap around each other. Nice bend in that left knee. You're looking past your hands. You're gazing on one spot, but know that as soon as you lift your right leg off the ground, your body is going to turn, and you're going to need to immediately find a new gaze point for your balance. Okay? So while all that movement is happening, you're going to center yourself by focusing on your breath. It's just establishing your breath, maybe letting the elbows rise a little on your inhale. And then when you're ready, lifting that right leg. crossing it over the left leg, sitting down in your posture, maybe hooking the foot behind your calf if that's available. Finding your gaze and then pulling the navel in and down, lengthening your lower back, lifting your elbows, opening your upper back, and then breathing into the whole back. And release with control. Place the foot down with the toes spread wide. Let's bring the hands back together at the heart. Feel who you are. Bend the knees. Open the arms out to the side. Bring the left arm under the right arm. Bring the backs of the hands together or the palms together. Knees still bent, elbows lift. Breath slow and deep. Feel the weight now coming into the right foot. Whole body weight right in that foot. Gazing on a spot just for now, knowing it probably will need to change, and focusing on your breath, lifting the left leg up and over, maybe hooking the foot behind, pulling the belly in and down, lifting the elbows, lengthening the lower back, opening the upper back, breathing into the whole back. Come out with control. Bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, bending forward. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, belly in, head down. Again, inhale, looking up. Exhale, belly in, head down. One more time. Keep the head down. Push the feet down. Pull the thighs up. Let the head relax down. Maybe cross the hands behind the back of the head. So your right hand is on your left shoulder and your left hand is on your right shoulder. And that keeps the head down. Feel the breath. Beautiful. Release the hands if you were using them. Bend the knees deeply to come down onto your buttocks. All the way onto your back with the knees bent. Just take a moment, ending in happy baby pose. So taking the bottoms of your feet and your hands, letting the bottoms of the feet face the ceiling, letting the knees come down toward the ground, and then pull the chin in toward the throat. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let the backs of the shoulders drop down toward the floor. See if you can lay the tailbone onto the ground. Nice wide breath into the belly, the pelvis, wherever you feel it. Last breath here. And then hug the knees into the chest. Release the feet down onto the ground. Lift the hips, tuck them under. Lengthen your spine. Release your legs, shake them out. If you have an eye pillow and you'd like to place that on your eyes, go ahead. And then let the arms rest out away from the body with the palms facing up. And take a nice long breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, letting the weight of the body release into the ground. And then another deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, letting the weight of the jaw release, the lips slightly part, relax the tongue and the face. And then inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind, turning the mind's full attention to the breath, and then releasing the activity of the breath, just letting the breath become passive. And just see where you feel the breath in your body. And see if you can rest your attention inside the feeling of the breath without controlling the breath. Can you let the breath happen and just be with it? Letting everything relax, letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking side to side. Feeling the ground massaging your back. Come center, rub the hands together, the soles of the feet together. Roll onto your side, resting your head on your bottom arm, resting your body on the ground, resting your awareness in whatever's here in this moment. Noticing what you feel, noticing how you feel, noticing who you are. Maybe celebrating the unique gift that is you. And then when you're ready, making your way up slowly to sitting. Come up sideways so your head can come up last. Coming into any comfortable seated posture. Sinking down to the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, heart lifts to hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Stay. Thank you for practicing with me today.